In this video, I will discuss the difference between parallel concepts and explanatory translations. A parallel concept is a term that exists in two different languages, and there are exact or similar matches between the two. For example, 10 in English is the same as kumi in Swahili, is the same as disi in French, etc. So those are parallel concepts, and if we mark a concept as parallel and when we do a bilingual search, we know that we're getting roughly the same idea, if not exactly the same idea, from one language to the next. However, there are certain terms that exist in one language that just don't exist in another language. For example, in English we have the term winter, which does exist, for example, in French, hiver, but it does not exist in Swahili, because in African languages and languages close to the equator, you just don't experience winter, so they have no need for that idea in their linguistic repertoire. So we have to handle that in a bilingual dictionary in a different way than we would handle parallel concepts. Winter is something that exists in English, and so somebody coming to a Swahili speaker coming to an English Swahili dictionary would want to know, what is this thing called winter? If they do, what they really need to see is if they come to the English definition of winter, they say, okay, that's the English word, and if they come and click on, they can find a translation of the definition in their own language. Here it is, the English definition translated into Swahili. That's part of the English definition, actually. But now what is that term? What term can they use in Swahili to talk about winter and to understand winter if they just need a few words and that will help them through? Well, what we're going to do here is go to this, in the edit engine of the Kamusi Project, we'll go to the add a translation, and we are going to actually put in a term that I've put in, already added in on the Swahili side as an explanatory translation. And that would be baridi. And we'll look for it. We'll search for it here. And we find that I put this in. It's an explanatory translation, and it is, we have to tell the linking mechanism also that it's an explanation. That's Majira ya baridi is not actually a Swahili term. It's a translation of the idea. But by making this link, we have now provided the resources for people to see that in Swahili you would render that as Majira ya baridi. So it's not a word for word, it's not a concept for concept translation in the sense that this is not a Swahili word, it's an explanation. And this is something that is important throughout the Kamusi system, because we'll be able to use it to make refinements in how we do provide searches and how we do machine translations and various other features where this is an innovation for bilingual dictionaries.